And in today's video, we will be talking about none other than Season 11 of Ninjago! Yes, I'm bringing the ninja back. Let's go! Hello guys and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
Alright, so just to tell you guys a little bit of history when it comes to Ninjago and me. I got into it when I was like a teenager. I watched like the first 5-6 seasons of it. I enjoyed the show, but I stopped after that. Really, I stopped watching TV period after that. I thought the show ended around like season 5 or 6. Turns out I was wrong, and my friend, when I met him a couple years later, he said, "Hey, did you see the best seasons of the show?" I'm like, "No." Then he told me there was more, so I decided to go back and make videos on it, which I have on this channel, reviewing up to season 10. I stopped after that because I heard that the quality of the show diminishes after season 10, and while I always intended to go and watch the other seasons, I just kind of fell off. But with the announcement that season 16 is coming out, and the announcement that season 16 will be the series finale, and based off of leaks and everything that I've heard from a friend of mine, I am super excited for season 16, and I want to watch the last 5 seasons of the show I have not seen yet. Now granted, I will say this, okay, so I'm going into these a little cautious, knowing that they aren't exactly like the previous seasons. With that said, we are going to be talking about season 11. Now, what can I say about this season? Actually, I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, it wasn't the amazing quality that we got out of season 9 and season 10. No. But to be honest with you, it was actually really good. I liked the story they went. I liked the way it went with Master Wu especially. I like what they tried to tell with Master Wu. You know, he's an old master, he's wise, but you know, he was once young, he once made mistakes. And I do like the fact that it was actually him, not his brother, that made the mistake this time. That shows that he actually was able to grow and change and become as wise as he is now. You know, I really do like that message. I really do like the idea of what he did to the Snake Lady. Which this season is about. But with that said, I do have some complaints about the about this season that I want to talk about. First off, a lot of the characters, and I get it, I understand why they did this. They really wanted these characters to feel natural and everything else, but you know, coming after season 11, coming after season 10 and 9, like, season 11, these characters are like right back at square one with the first 4 seasons of the show. Now, I like these characters, but it's like they forgot that there was a whole state of progression for these characters. They become a lot more goofy and silly like they were in the early days. Now, I kind of do like that, but at the same time, it is a diminish and it is kind of annoying. It's a nitpick. Another major nitpick of mine is the fact that Jay is not really in a relationship with Nia. I mean, Jay and Nia are supposed to end up together, right? That's what we were told in the last couple of seasons of the show. So, they should be girlfriend and boyfriend at this point. Look, I'm not looking for them to kiss every 5 seconds of the show, but I expect them to hold hands and stuff like that, and they don't even do that. Jay's like, "Oh, I love you so much." Nia doesn't even say it back, she just brushes it off, just like in the first couple of seasons. I mean, Granted, she's more open to the idea. She doesn't complain about it like she used to in the old days. But, you know, they're supposed to be a couple. Why don't they go on a date or two or something like that? Nothing happens. But the season starts out with them, you know, they're a little flabby, they've relaxed, they're gotten lazy, some of their big muscles have weakened down, and it's time for the team to get up and go, you know, find some adventure, and get back into shape. So they do, and granted, Master Wu is a little complaining about that, so they actually decide, let's go find adventure. When they can't, they actually discover on TV that there is an adventure just for them. A old pyramid was found. They enter the pyramid and they unleash a snake monster called Misa. Yep. So I really liked the villain of the season. I really did. She was a very interesting character. I like how it was actually Master Wu and not Garmadon who betrayed her. Basically what happened there was when Garmadon and Master Wu were kids, they weren't supposed to go into snake territory, and they did, serpentine territory, and they did. And that's when they actually met this little serpentine girl. She would free him if they actually taught her ninjutsu. Now, of course, Garmadon's like, sure, he's lying, he's the bad guy, he's not actually gonna do it. But then we have our boy, Master Wu. Wu's like, I can't just lie to her. Let's do it, you know? And he befriends her, and then the age-old question of whether you can actually believe a snake or not is answered by him saying, no, you can't trust a snake because he was betrayed by his friend. Now, she believes he betrayed her because he using some ancient powerful scrolls was able to capture her, and then they pretty much put her to death. They enchambered her into the pyramid, and it disappeared for years. And now that it's been discovered, now that she's back, she finds that scroll again. She uses her powers, she uses the scroll's powers to basically capture Kai's powers and make fire snakes. I like it. I really like the story. At the same time, I have to admit this. There are major editing issues. Like, I feel like it's a good thing I was binging the show, because if not, they literally, every episode is ended off like this really weird line, this really weird cut. It doesn't feel like it's an end to the show. And I mean, yes, it's not the end to the show, but you're supposed to end an episode on a cliffhanger to make you want to watch the next season, but you're not supposed to end the episode like just bang, like that. You're done. Next show. Because I was binge watching it, it wasn't so heavily, but I have to admit this. If I was waiting a week for that, and they literally just cut the ends just like that, and I had to wait a week for the next episode, I would have been mad. It didn't hit me as hard because I was binge watching it, but I would have been really mad if I had to end up watching that because of that weird cuts they do at the end of each episode. With that said, they have some really good ideas. I just really feel like, while I really did enjoy the story, and I will give it a 7 out of 10 to be honest with you, I really feel like what it really needed, what they really just needed to do, was they needed to pay a little bit more attention and a little bit more homage to the character progression that these characters have. Like, these characters have de-progressed all the way to, and I'm not talking about just their muscles, they have literally de-progressed all the way to like the first 4 seasons of the show. And granted, I do like that in the characters, but it does really suck that you aren't paying homage to the characters they came from season 10. You know? It feels like all that progression they had was thrown out the door just to make him a little bit more funnier, and I don't like that. There's also a lot of corny jokes in the show that I really just don't think fit Ninjago in season 11. Like, don't get me wrong, Ninjago always had corny jokes, but these ones are, they don't land. They don't land. They're really, how to put, they're really kind of boring jokes. I want them to be good. And granted, there are some really good jokes. I love the lightning powered chicken. That is hilarious. But like, the one episode with the snakes attacking the town, and then you just get these really poorly done commercials. No, that's too corny. It doesn't fit in Ninjago. I'm out. Some of those jokes just did not fit. I feel like if you cut some of those jokes out, pay a little bit more homage to the characters from season 10, the character progression that these characters went through and all that, I feel like you could actually have a really great season. With that said, I did like the ending of the season with, of course, our main bad guy, Tatsun Zane, possibly killing Zane. Of course, I know it's not actually killing Zane. She actually zaps Zane into another land, another dimension, if you want to call it that. Yep, I know what's gonna happen next season. That's all I'm going to say on that. Really good. I will, of course, be reviewing season 12 very shortly. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.